Hey, YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you guys something that I was studying here. I was just at my desk and I wanted to share it with you guys. I know we've talked about bear flags before, but what I want to do is go a little bit more in depth with you guys looking at these bear flags because they can be very profitable if you learn this pattern. And I was just going through my book here, guys, and this is called Swing Trading Power Strategies to Cut Risk and Boost Profits. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through what the book says about bear flags. So it's just a little bit like 3/4 of a page here, and we're going to go through some of the vital characteristics, some of the different things you want to look for. So we're going to do that, guys. We're going to continue to learn together. Like I said, that's what I want to do, is teach you guys as much as I can and all the different things that I'm learning. And if you guys could like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on these little educational ones. We're trying to get 100 thumbs up, guys. So if you could do that, we'll keep them coming for you. And if you learn something from these, please put it down in the comments if you really enjoy them. So guys, what we're looking at is the bear flag, and what you're going to notice with the bear flag, you're going to see this straight pole that drops down, and you're going to see it drop down on massive volume. Do you see this large stick of volume here? And then what you're going to have is consolidation, where we just move sideways, and that's the bulls and the bears just fighting back and forth. And you're going to see these like small day candles that are forming. And guys, what you're going to see during that, while we're having these small day candles and we're fighting during this consolidation range here, you're going to see the volume tapering down. Now, as the volume tapers down, what you look for, guys, is a break in the trend line. And what I do, I like to draw a trend line on these. So, guys, I would say it's a tough spot where to put it here just because of how the candles are. But I would say probably around that area right there. And you see how this broke? This candle broke is a bearish belt hold line. So that's a very strong candle that closed. So this was the close right here, and it closed below this trend line that we had. So this consolidation came to an end, and you could see with this wick up how we got rejected, and then we got pushed to the downside. And guys, this is almost a pretty good example of like a 3 black crows. It's very close to a 3 black crows. And after that, price just continued to fall. And what you expect, guys, mostly is once this trend line breaks, you're going to see about the same distance in fall as what you had up here as that flag pull. So you almost take this here, measure that, and then put it where the break, you think the potential break could be, and you can kind of have your target and where you think it's going to be. And like we've talked about before, guys, sometimes it'll bounce down, then it'll come back like a throwback, test this line again, and then drop down. So there's a chance to get in here, and other times it just drops fast like this. So that's what you have to be aware of. But my book says here, guys, bear flags, and it says, technically speaking, a bear flag is a sharp, strong volume decline on a negative fundamental development and several days of sideways to higher price action on much weaker volume, followed by a second sharp decline to new lows on strong volume. So that's what we were talking about with these pulls, and then we move sideways, that consolidation, and then we drop back down. And remember, guys, these flags, they can also go up a little bit as well. They can point up and angle up, is something that can happen as well. And then, guys, it says for the vital signs for a bear flag formations involve 2 distinct parts: a near vertical high volume flag pull and a parallel low volume consolidation comprised of 4 points and an upside breakout. And then the next one, the actual flag formation of a bear flag pattern must be less than 20 trading sessions in duration. So if we're looking on the daily chart, guys, you can't go much past 20 days where you're just moving sideways for this to still be valid. And that's a very good point in this book that not a lot of us knew. And then the next one, it says most bear flag patterns occur at the middle of the larger move lower for a stock. And you know how we've just been making those lower highs and moving down. So all this would qualify. Downside breakouts often lead to a small 2% to 3% decline, followed by an immediate test of the breakout level. So that's what I was just talking about, testing that line. If the stock closes above this level, now resistance for any reason, the pattern becomes invalid. So if we came down here and then we had a throwback to this line, this trend line, and we closed back up in it, then the whole bear flag is invalid, and you start looking at something potentially different. Then, guys, it says To swing trade, sell short on the breakout below or on a pullback to that trend line. Then it says place stop to cover 5% or so above the breakout in case you are wrong. So you'd want your stop somewhere right in here if you were going to short it, if you anticipated it going down for this bear flag. So guys, that's what I want to share with you. I didn't want to read too much out of the book. I'm just studying it and learning all I can, but this can be a very valuable tool for all of us. And the next one I can go over, if you guys would want me to, put it down in the comments. We could do like the bear pennant, and then we can look at bear or bull flags. We can look at bull pennants. There's all different types of patterns that we can look at and we can be prepared for, so that when we see them on the chart, we can make moves. And guys, that's what I want to do. Just continue to work hard with you guys, grind, and we'll see what happens. Just continue to learn, continue to grow, guys. God bless each and every one of you.